kiddos. Just getting this ready. Got my clock here. Only 30 minutes. Brace yourself for the speed at which I'm going to talk. And if you guys have comments, keep them coming. I'm checking them right here. I am checking your comments. I'm going to close out of the YouTube I was watching. And then we're going to jump in. I got some fun candidates today. In fact, I picked somebody who literally signed up today. So if you're wondering if I'm choosing these at random, I am. But one person actually begged me to choose them. And I did. So let me go pin this, and then we will jump in here. Just reminding you guys, it's the Midsummer Membership Sale. Pinning now, pinning, copying, copy link, going over here, pasting the link. This is the second of 3 roast and toast. The roast is not as roasty as people thought it was. Thank you so much. In what world do you guys think I was going to be mean? I was never going to be mean. But yeah, we do compliment sandwich. 2 things that they did great. 2 things I would consider shifting in my marketing strategy, and I think we got it. Yeah, I was going to check my comments. Thank you guys so much for attending these. It does help when I'm not talking to myself. Corey's here. She says hello from my bed. She actually just got out of surgery yesterday, called me bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I thought that was wild because I thought she would be inept, but Corey finds a way, right? Okay, anyways, it's the Midsummer Roast and Toast. I have exactly 30 minutes of your life minus 3 minutes that I just took yapping. So I'm going to talk fast. This is our Facebook Live audit number 2, meaning last week we did one on Thursday, and I'll do again one next Thursday at 6 p.m. This one is at 2 p.m. Last week was at 4 p.m. I'm hitting all the bakers. We got 5 more bakers, 5 more social or website profiles to go through, and 5 more minutes of each. That is 30 minutes. So why are we doing this? This is in preparation for the Midsummer Membership Sale, the first mid-year sale we've ever run. It starts July 27th to August 2nd, where our marketing memberships are on sale. Let me tell you, because I know you guys are like, I would love to know more. And I said, you know what? They would love to know more. And here's more that you would love to know. The Cookie College is 25% off when you purchase yearly, but if you purchase monthly, it is 10% off. It is the price we launched with 4 years ago. You can see the math right there. The Cookie Class Kits is 50% off, but when you purchase yearly, it becomes 60% off. So it goes from $63 a month to $31.50. Cancel anytime. The Baker's Business Basics goes from $36 to $18. That's save 50%. We don't offer a yearly option for that one. Digital downloads, $10. Oh, shoot, I have a typo there. But if you sign up for yearly, it's actually 60% off. And the $2 transfer glove goes from $2 to, you'll never guess, $5. Just kidding. It only goes to $1. So if you are in any of these memberships currently, you can also snag these. If you're in a membership that is from a previous sale, then you can ignore this because you are in the best price. But for the rest of you guys who want to save a little bit of money, we can do that. Greg is watching. He's a cheesecake ninja. Heather Campbell Berkshire says hello. She is a very nice lady who will be here in our area next month. I have it on my calendar. Amy said, "Could you say that a little faster, please? Don't even tempt me, girl. I can talk super fast. Super fast. That's my one talent. I can talk super fast." The therapist said maybe I talk so fast because I want people not to hear what I said, so I can say it, but I don't have to hold myself accountable. And I do think she was onto something there. Don't tell anybody I'm dating that I said that. They'll never hear it anyways. So what we're looking for with the website audit, I switched these up from last time. So if you did watch with me last time, here's other things I would be looking for. Copy. Is there enough copy to rank? That is, websites are great. The websites function in many different ways, but one of the ways we really want them to function is to bring in new cold leads from search engines like Google. Is it mobilely accessible? Most websites are. Something to keep in mind, if it's not mobilely accessible, it is a ranking factor, meaning if I pull it up on the computer, but I also pull it up on my phone, and on my phone it's not easily to read, you're going to get demoted in the ranks. Gallery. We buy with our eyes, and cookies are especially important when it comes to looking for the prize, right? So is the gallery there? Do I like the photos? Or is there enough photos to convince me that you're a legit business? Is it SEO optimized? Common ranking factors, are they included? And do we have a longer funnel or a shorter funnel for having a website? A funnel is the buying process. When I go to your website, is it easy to check out, or is it a game of hide and go seek? How do I give you my money? What do I gotta do? And when that hide and go seek game is longer, people tend to think, well, maybe I didn't need cookies after all. This is also very confusing, and I don't trust the website. So we want to focus on that. Now with the social media profile accuracy, is everything up to date? Is everything accurate? Is everything findable? Photography. Photography is big on social media, especially on Facebook and Instagram. The bio is kind of the gateway to our brand. It is now like something we can see. It's very prominent in Facebook search. Content buckets. What kind of content do we got? Is it interesting? Does it keep me on your page? Does it make me want to follow you? Or is it just sales, sales, sales? Is it a cultivation of different aspects of your business that keep me coming back for more? It's hard to get people interested in spending money repeatedly. Maybe that first sale, maybe even that second sale, but can we keep them coming back year after year? What type of content are we putting in their feeds that they want to see? Okay. And last one, reviews. Is there an optimal number of reviews? What are the reviews like? Are you replying to reviews? We'll actually talk about that. And some of the audits today, let me check my comment section. Corey says impossible to talk faster, slower. Don't even try me. Amber says, hi. Amber, hold on. You're actually included in today's audit. Amber is the one person who begged. She said, let me in there. Let me in there. And there you go. There's Amber. She is Keen Sweet Treats LLC. Corey Miracle, I put her in the hot seat. She cannot win. She cannot be toasted, but I figured we could talk about her, which is kind of talking about me since I made her website. Melissa is with Olive's Sweets. Constance, she's the one who signed up the most recently. And I said I'm randomly picking people, so I picked her. And then Sean Holly of the Sweet Spot Fort Worth. Let's dive in here. Amber did not think I was going to pick her Google Business Profile, but I say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. A Google Business Profile is great. If you don't know what I'm saying, if you don't know what this means, you have a giant opportunity to capture more of your cookie market. This is Amber Keen's Google My Business listing, and here's a screenshot of it, but I actually got it pulled up right here, so let's grab her, put her in the hot seat right here. Let me talk about the things that I love. Compliment sandwich. Let's start with things I would improve on. Now, the way I did this is I just searched it right here. And Amber, here is what I would do. We have great reviews. She has 5-star reviews. She has 7 Google reviews. That is a solid number for a bakery. You may say, well, some businesses have thousands of reviews. Yeah, most bakeries don't. And the correct answer for how many reviews should I have is how many is the average reviews number for your area. That's what I say. So if the average baker is around 5 to 10, she's right there in the middle with 7. Now, if she's an area and everyone has 30 reviews and she has 7, I'm going to tell her, get me 23 more reviews. So here we have this one. Barbie gave you a great review. She even included photos. I love this. And here we have Amber replied to it. I love that. But here, Michelle, she was 8 months ago. She was around the same time, and she left you a really phenomenal review, 5 out of 5. And we have no reply. So what I would do is reply to Michelle. And you may say, well, girl, that was 8 months ago. Like 8 months ago. How am I supposed to? This is my secret sleight of hand for late review replies. You say, hey, Michelle, thank you so much for this review. I don't know how I missed it, but imagine my surprise when I checked today and I did see it. I know this was 8 months ago, but thank you, thank you, thank you. And in your review, use keywords. Now, it's more important when the reviewer leaves keywords, but hey, might as well give it a shot. So I really had fun, Michelle, baking your blah, blah, for blah, blah event, right? So if it's dinosaur custom sugar cookies or if it's a cute cookie cake, let's put the keywords in there. 1, if someone's reading review replies, they could read that. And 2, it might not be a direct ranking factor, maybe the robots will give us a partial ranking factor. But wow, great reviews. And she replied to most of them. And now here, I want to point this out. If you guys have this issue, we have Roger, who might be your husband. I don't know. We like him either way. He just gave her a 5-star review. How do you reply to just stars? I would say, hey, thank you, Roger, so much for that review. That's all you need to do. It shows that you're active on your profile. Now let's go on. Here's a unique one. And Amber, take this, leave it. I don't mind. You have included LLC right here. Now, why do I have a problem with LLC? We feel like that I'm a business. I want people to know I'm an LLC because it used to be, and it could still be, against Google's terms of service of Google Business Listing to include LLC. And you may be like, why? It's part of my brand. Let me show you exactly why right here. So we have Keen's Sweet Treats LLC. We have Keen Sweet Treats. Now this is her Facebook group. What I would do there is I would change this to the parentheses group just for a brandability right here. But here we have in Cast Iron, here's your website, LLC. But here we have, no, we actually have a different version of, and this may not even be you, and I don't know that. But here, what I wanted to point out is Yelp removed it. Because I know you're from Wisconsin, right? We got the Wisconsin address. We got New London. So what I'm going to say is like, look, because some websites actually don't allow us to include LLC, it's created 2 different versions of you. Now, what happens here, let me see if I can pull this up for Corey. Sorry, Corey, hot seat. Don't worry, we'll be going back to that website in a minute. I need to pull up that maps. Cookie Company. Let me do it, Rich. I'm trying to make it pull up the maps listing and I can't get it to pull up. And if I do Target, what's a local business? Pizza area. I want to show you this. So let me, this Puptel is near me right here. right down here, you see how it pulled in the profiles, Instagram, Facebook? You can add those to your profile, and you haven't, Amber, do that, but sometimes these are organically pulled in. So you could add that and it still not show up here. And that's the reason, is because Google's not sure if you and the LLC and the non-LLC version are the same. So keep that in mind. Now, my other ones that I really liked, she had great reviews. She has a solid review profile. I know I started with that, but that was all. She's got phenomenal reviews. They're chunky reviews. They're good reviews. People are leaving photos in her reviews. Wow. That is phenomenal. Now, however she got those reviews, keep doing it. Keep going for reviews. It's not if, or it's when you get a bad review. So what we want to do is pad those good review profiles. And one thing I really like she did on her Google My Business is you can add products. Now, she can click view all. And my tip to you here is, Amber, add some more. You offer a lot of products, add some more. I think you teach cookie classes. I know you do customs. You could do minis. You could do cookie cakes. You do whatever you offer here. You can even fill this out. Now, we can even feel she's got this. Look at this. Look how delicious this is. She has added captions. And you may be like, well, that was 3 clicks away. Nobody's going to read that. It doesn't matter if they read it. It matters if Google reads it, because these factors are ranking factors for her to show up in maps listing. So when I did that pizza near me, how do you think these showed up here? I live in an extremely populated area. How do you think all these showed up here? It's because of their profile relevance to my keyword search query. Fancy words are saying optimize this, and Google associates those search. So awesome job, Amber. Scooching along here, Mixing Bowl Cookie Co. Like I said, this is Corey. We're going to burn through this. She knows what I'm going to say. Also, I helped her build her website. So essentially, we're both on the chopping block here. So Mixing Bowl Cookie Co. She has, now this is what I don't like, you have an order here button. Love that. Call to action right here. But when I click order here, it takes me to an order inquiry form. And you may be saying, well, why not? She's elongated that funnel. So when most people go to a website, they think order here is going to take them to the shop, right? So here we have the shop, but look in the shop, it's all learn more and submit requests back to the order form. Now she did that on purpose. She said, I don't want people to order from me at all. I want to make it as hard as possible. Now, her reason for doing it is she said, I want to make sure I can vet all the orders. I don't want to just take every order thrown my way. But when you elongate the funnel, when you make it harder for people to order, fewer people order. And that can be a great thing if you're trying to slow down or if you're out of town. For Corey, she says, I really want to make sure that the orders I take are the orders I want to take. But if you want more orders, you're going to shrink that funnel, not elongate it. She's purposefully elongated it. She's an odd girl. Now, she has had, I'm calling her out on this, but I'm calling myself out. She had me add a gallery the other day. We put it down here. It's a very chunky gallery. We're testing to see if a gallery that's this packed full, I mean, it's the last thing on the website, so it's not taking up a ton of surface area. It's here at the bottom. But what we want to say is not a ton of people will scroll through an entire website. And imagine this on mobile. Each one of these 3 columns becomes a single column. We got a lot of great stuff here. We got a call to actions everywhere. And we have this gallery at the very bottom. What I would like to see is it added here to the top. And some of you guys have called them portfolios. I prefer to call them galleries just because of the nature of if we were kitchen remodelers, I'd call them a portfolio. But here I would call it a gallery, and then I would send your clients there to find their inspo pics. Why? Because you can create that. Sometimes when we have clients sending us AI generated stuff, we're like, shoot, I gotta tell them this isn't possible, and then I gotta show them what's possible. When you can say, hey, why not? Thank you so much for your order. Why don't you start my gallery and send me some inspo pics that you like, right? So that is something we've talked about. I got an addict. Heather Kimball Brookside says, Corey Mura, I think it's a must for customers. Let me scroll back, make sure I didn't miss anything. A lot of you guys are watching. Thank you so much. It makes it so much more fun when people are watching me drag bakers through the mud. No, it's not that bad. I like right here, my compliment sandwich. Talk about brand cohesiveness. You'll never guess what Corey's favorite color is. It's pink. I'm just kidding. It is orange. And now she's got orange through here. Now, I worked with Corey on this, so I know the process. She actually went and baked and photographed a ton of orange sets specifically for a website. And you may be saying, girl, that's a lot of work, but look at how it translates in terms of brand cohesiveness. Now, if I click on her Facebook, I should be seeing the color orange. We got it right there. So she's got a lot of brand cohesiveness. Cohesivity, whatever. She's got a lot of these orange colors here, and I really like that. In terms of, if I see orange, I know it's this baker Corey. Sometimes when I'm going through these websites, I'm like, no, I don't see your brand colors fluid throughout. And that may be because you're like, well, it's a lot to bake, or I like to update my photos. But you can create little pops of color. You can even do that in a graphic design software like Canva. So if the set is pink, I think I'll show you an example of this. I wanted to incorporate Corey's colors in this blog post. So we have people decorating Christmas sets, but I've added she's got a little logo with some bites out of it. So I just added some little graphics there. We've added the logo there just to kind of bring those colors back in when the colors aren't even apparent. Now that's up to you. That is brand cohesivity. Why can I not say that word? But that is what I like. And my last tip, we talked about this on the blog, on the podcast a couple weeks ago. She has a blog now. I should probably add it here to the top, but I wasn't positive it was conducive to converting sales. But we have a blog right here. So 5 unique date ideas in Northern Virginia. Never guess which number. 1, 2, 3, 4 is. It's going to her sugar cookie classes. Now, she's included a lot of links to other local things. This will help this website page rank. Now, the goal of a blog isn't that people come here and think, wow, I really want a date idea. She's got a great tip for number 4. Go to cookie class. The idea, the concept of this is so that the robots look at this and be like, hey, this is good. We're going to rank this when somebody search for date ideas Northern Virginia, and then they'll happen upon this. But when one blog post rises, the whole website does. And there is the long con goal. And I think that's why a lot of bakers don't do blogs. They don't see the relevancy here, but it is so relevant. It's also good content. You can post that on her social media. Good job, Corey. Moving along here, we have Olive Sweets. We have her Facebook page. I got it pulled up right here. Let me grab this bad boy. And in this one, here's my question, and I think she probably has a reason for this. We have no spacing here, but we do have spacing in her name. If your name, Olive space Sweets, and I see you write it like that on your website, if your name does have a space in it, I would change that here. It does. You don't even need to change this here. You have Olive Sweets and Treats. Probably I would make these match. If your name is Olive Sweets and Treats, you have it in your URL right here, but right in here we just have Olive Sweets. We want to make that very cohesive. Like I said to Amber, the more that things match, the more these search engines can associate the profiles and bring them in to this kind of webs, I'm talking about websites, but this kind of spider web of connectivity. So we know, okay, that's Olive Sweets over here. We have Olive Sweets over here. We have a website called Olive Sweets. The more that matches, the easier it is to get all your profiles to rank better. So we have Olive Sweets with no space. If you change this, it would not change your URL. It would be a really quick change, and I would recommend it. Now, if people are very used to typing Olive Sweets to get your name to populate, kind of consider that, but I think it would be worth the change. Now, your website link right here, I don't see a website link, but I see you have a website. Now, you might be doing this on purpose, and the reason why is because I think your website, which is not here, I think your website is actually a blog for recipes, and if you've disassociated those on purpose, my compliments to you. But what I would do is I would make a website because you know how to make a website. Now, this is definitely a recipe style blog, so you may be like, well, that's why I don't have it there. Then go grab that website URL that matches this one, Olive Sweets or Olive Sweets and Treats, and then I would put that in there because a website does help convert orders, and you know this because you have a website yourself. What I love is in every post I expanded here, she's got a call to action, a CTA. We got to tell our audience what we want them to do. I only got 10 minutes left. I'm talking so fast. Okay, I think everyone's getting. And he said cohesion. Cohesion? That sounds better than cohesivity. I like that. We're going to go with cohesion. That probably is actually the word. So we got here, ready to wow, book your cake and cookies now. Now, you don't have a website. I know you have them going here to your message button. She's got a line. But if you had that website, we could implement that here. But right now, I love that she's got fun emojis. I drop out the hashtags. I know you're probably cross-posting to these. But look, we got them everywhere. Perfection for birthday girl. And then book your custom order now. And every one of these expanded, there's a call to action. I love that. One seriously cool cake for a lucky kid. So we got a lot here, but my second compliment is we got a cake girly. Bless you, cake girlies, but look how fun, look how bright these photos are. Now, I actually think this isn't a backdrop. I think this is a beautiful kitchen we got on our hands. And I love that because cake people always struggle because your cakes are so large, but she has to be editing these photos, or she just has a lot of natural light. Hold on, I have my app blocked my Facebook, and I want to be able to see your guys' amazing comments. But she has got a lot of natural light. And you can see it makes that. You can see her white balance here. This is white. If I use an eyedrop tool, I think I have one right here. You're going to throw off my live. Come here. Come on here. Look at this. These are her whites are white. The little cool tone, but I actually prefer the cool tone a little bit because it brings in, shoot, I got to bring my thing up, because it brings in that clean look, right? So we got here. Come here. Let me click along. Get out of my way. You got so many apps running to do these Facebook Lives. He's going to come back. I'm going to pop up here and annoy you. So here we guys, look at these cake photos. Look at these whites. She's got them very true to color. And what it screams to me is clean and organized. You can see a little bit of yellows here, but she's got them in a box. It's probably using kind of as a bounce right there. We have just a lot of great quality photos, and we buy with our eyes. Now, one thing she did that I'd like to point out to you guys here, she uses a collection of, like, look at this one. What a great, she's got a 2 set. And this one she's using a one photo, then we got 3 photos. I like it when people mix these up. Now, the max you can do before it starts grouping them is 5 photos, but look how fun this looks. And when this shows up in news feeds on mobile, it's going to show up like this as well. So she got a nice mix of that. Very nice. Olives sweets, that's very cute. I love your photography. That is very hard to take photos. I always have a soft spot for cake people. Constance Lee Sweets, here, she's got a really cute website. It's so funny. It actually kind of reminds me of Corey's. Let me put myself back in my grad cap. Her website kind of reminds, it's super clean. I think she's using Square. If I move myself out of here, we can see what this is. We've got job forms. She's got Cloudflare. I mean, at the bottom it says it's Square, but I just want to show you guys that there's ways to see how people make these websites. You can also just click and you can do the page source, and you can read in here to see what the web provider is. But she has a Powered by Square. Now, I really, really, really like how simple and cute her website is. She's actually teaching the Cookie Class Kits. This is the Cookie Class Kits 2023. That'll be on sale as well. You can get it through the Cookie College, $68. You can buy it individually for $10. You're going to save more money getting it through the Cookie College because you'll get all the classes ever taught. This is so fun. She's got a nice brandability. It's very approachable. It's a very clean website, very calm colors. I do like this new style that's in at the moment, this kind of 80s font. Here's what I'm going to do. You have featured products here. You have space for one more. Let's add one more. I know she has more products because I can easily click on her shop. We have custom sugar cookies, minis, cookie classes, DIY kits. Might as well add DIY kits here. You have the space for it. Let's optimize the space. I think we have a little bit more room for some text here, especially. I know I'm looking on desktop and it looks a little different on mobile, but I love that she's constantly hammering. We're in Central Mississippi, Ridgeland, Mississippi. Then this is going to help her rank for those local search queries. Now, here's one thing I thought was interesting. Probably streamline this. When I go to your shop, I have custom cookie form and order inquiry form. I believe that these are taking me to the same web page, right? So we have this one here, and you might be doing that as a strategy, but I just might put order here, or in order. I just streamline to make it one of those. I'd also increase the text here. Might as well. It'll make this evened out plus text has us thing. Now you have host a cookie class. It's going to take us to a different form. I do like that she has different forms and the DIY kits. You have this sent me the emails, threw me a bit, so I would almost turn that into a form as well, because there's no need that I need to end up in my Gmail when all of these are taking me to job form. Sounds like you have a job form plan that you pay for. Might as well, because in the job form thing, when we click on here, she can upsell me, hey, do you want to add this to there? With that email, I can't really add it to here. Corey's using job form as well. So again, we've got an increase in the order length. Both of them have the same setup. I think it's a very cute website. Now, something she is doing really nice here, down in the footer, she has everything we need. We're conditioned as people who use websites, people who make websites, both of us, we'd go to the bottom and say, okay, right now in the footer, I'm going to go to like a popular website. Let me think, I'm going to let me do construction company near me. I'm doing near me searches so that they pull in companies I don't really know. Here's NV Kitchen Bath running an ad. When I scroll to the bottom here, the footer this is a splash page. I want to go to an actual website. Let's see, Davis Construction. So when I scroll down to the bottom of Davis Construction, it looks like it's a commercial construction company. Here is the footer. This is what we're conditioned. I knew that scrolling down to the bottom, all this stuff would be here. And that's what I love that she's doing here. She's got our social media links, a link to email. I would even put that right here because not everyone knows to click that. And she's got the cookie contract. She can always say, go to the bottom of my website. Now, footers run across every page of the website. That's why I think they're really strong ways. My other compliment, I love that she has the Instagram API embedded here, because I can see she, in a way, is constantly updating her website without having to update her website, because her Instagram is embedded here, meaning that this stuff, if I click on here, should take me to her Instagram. You're going to see that exact same content. Let me scroll back to the beginning. We got a cookie cake. We got her beautiful smiling face. And look, it's a beautiful smiling face, right? The cookie cake might have been a real. I'm not sure why I didn't show there, but that API could, there you go. There you go. That API could update in every 24 or 48 hours or something. But what a fun way to stay on top of your website without having to actually log in. Back in your hole you go, girly. Moving on, my last guy, and I got 5 minutes left. Okay, everything looks good in my comment section. My last one is Sweet Spot Fort Worth. Now, I got you pulled in right here. We're going to do your Instagram. Here is one. I really like this. You did a phenomenal job. And I'm going to go to the compliment sandwich. I'm going to click on the Reels tab. And we have Reels right here. Now, this is actually a freebie from the Cookie College. And it is a reel. So She has no sound playing. She's turned a photo into reel. That's going to be my don't do this, my hey, there's a better way to go about this, because there's no movement here. It doesn't perform well. But girls, you said reels are in. They are these types of reels. This cute little dog. This is going to be the better type of reel. But when we take photos and we turn them into reels, I know it's an option. It's just not the best option. I would actually have this posted as a photo, standalone photo, because that's when we click on a video and it's not a video, we never really like it. We're always like, no, I wanted to laugh. I wanted to chuckle. Increase your posting frequency. Now let's go back to the grid here. We got this one obviously around the 4th of July. We've got this one posted was 3 weeks ago. Father's Day was 4 weeks ago. Father's Day is, I'm going to say, 4 weeks ago. This one's 11 weeks ago. Now what I'm going to say, unless you're trying to slow down orders, which I don't think you are because you've signed up for this. I see nothing on your Instagram bio saying that you're not taking orders right now. I would increase that frequency to do 2 posts a week. Now I like to have my base foundational post so that I am there. My audience knows I'm there. When you're posting once every 3 weeks or once every 5 weeks, it is hard to stay in the algorithm because the algorithm's like, you're not interested, your audience isn't interested, so why should I connect you to? But when we stay posting frequently, it doesn't have to be mind-boggling, mind-blowing content every time, but when we post kind of consistently, and I'm saying 2 times a week, I don't think I'm asking for too much, we stay in that algorithm. Now, things I really love, this is just phenomenal. I love a list. I love an on-order list. Now, she's using emojis to signal that she's a baker, that she has cookies. We have a single link here, which we talked about in the last Facebook Live. She's got the correct category. I love this. She's got her name, she's got her brand, and she has got her location, and she's got all 3 of those. Now, all these are search factors. And you'd be like, well, I'm trying to, it's not, nobody's going on Instagram and searching for cookie bakers. No, but if I know that she is in Fort Worth, we can find Fort Worth baker. All these are factors to show up, especially if someone's like, I know she has a cookie company. I can't remember the name. Maybe if I look up her name, I can find her. They're able to do that. I think that your mix of content buckets, is my second compliment, is phenomenal. She's got reviews, she's got cakes, she's got engagement photos, she's got graduation, she's got cookie classes. She even I even love it when people include graphics. Not the only thing, but I love it when you go to Canva and create a graphic. She's got review features. She's got class. There's a lot of great content here. She got pictures of herself, pictures of the hubs. We got a meme. Okay, and this one's a good one because everyone loves to argue about the end of a piece of bread. It's called the butt, okay? Just kidding. But we've got a lot of great content buckets. I think she is doing one of the best content buckets ever. Now, she could increase that frequency. Girl, stay out of sweet spot 4th worst way. Okay, chat. I need your help. I need your help. I need someone to put an emoji here. Yeah, Corey can't win, although she's assigned to one of these emojis. Pick an emoji, put it in the comment section. You guys will pick the next toast winner. So half of this was a roast. The rest of it's a toast because one person gets to win a membership, a 1 month in the Cookie College. We had Constance win last week, and she is already, Caroline Roth, she's already a member in the Cookie College. I got her in yesterday. So chat, I need you. Chat, can you hear me? I just need an emoji. I need an emoji, chat. I love talking to. Okay, Heather Campbell Berkshire here. Please don't let this one be for Corey. Heather Campbell Berkshire. Shoot. Heather Campbell Berkshire. One more. Okay. No, actually. Okay. Okay, because Corey can't win. Dana has picked the winner. It is Amber. Now, Amber's actually a current member of the Cookie College. And as she's scrolling to go to her Google My Business and reply to those reviews, Amber, I'll refund that last month's payment. Welcome back. Again, stay here. Thank you so much for being a member. So thank you so much, Dana. Thank you, everyone who's now in the chat. Thank you, Heather, for picking. I'm sorry, Corey can't win. My quick recap, and I got 1 minute left, and I'll let you go. We're 11 days away from the Midsummer Membership Sale. If you're already a member like Amber, and I think she's in our cheapest ever pricing, she can ignore this. But for the rest of you who are on the fence, it is July 27th to August 2nd. That's 7 whole days to get off the fence. Every plan we have is discounted, and we're also including the 2023 class kits and the 2024 class kits, as well as a discount, but you can get those in the Cookie College membership. The site is thecookie-college.com. There'll be no discount needed during those days. I'll have that auto applied, and the FAQ you can cancel in any time. And yes, if you sign up in the 7 days, I can't raise rates on you. My next roast and toast, I'll have more of an FAQ. So next week, on that note, I'll see you on Thursday, July 24th at 6 p.m. That's a day before our cookie collab. If you haven't done that yet, go check in the events tab and Sugar Cookie Marketing Group. It'll be our 5 final bakers, our final profiles, and our 5 final minutes for each of them to get roasted and then toasted. If you like what you saw here, you can find this event in the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group, and you can actually sign yourself up to be roasted and possibly toasted. Okay, kiddos, I will see you next week. I'm sure I'll bug you. And we turn 28 minutes and 59 seconds. Now we're 29 seconds, 29 minutes. Not bad at all. Thank you guys so much. And thank you so much for being a part of the chat, guys. Dana says, Corey, I hope you're feeling better. She is. She's been annoying me all day. Heather Campbell Brookshire says, it's because Corey's a twin. I was feeling it. Heather is the Corey twin. Amber says, yay, thank you. Amber, you'll see that in about 5 to 10 business days. And Annie says, oh dear, I hope I get picked to be roasted next week. I got eyes on you, Annie. If you guys put in that ask, I got eyes on it. Okay, I'll see you guys next week.